Hybrid family, today we are going to be going over the top 10 players that are under 100K that you can add to your team. And quite frankly, these cards, a lot of them, they came from this Campus Hero promo. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off with the first person on the list, we have Mr. Quay Walker right here. 6'4", 85 speed, 88 excel, 75 block shed, 83 hit power with a 64 zone coverage. Now, the most comparable person that I can think of to him is going to be that Divine Diablo card. No, we do not have any team builders in this. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't showing too much bias towards that promo. But 85 speed, 88 excel, I want to say he's one speed slower than Divine Diablo, but he also has the same change of direction as him. And overall, you are getting one more extra inch of height on this card. So he's definitely going to be a viable user to have out there on the field and also to play in the run game. Next up, we have Brian Thomas Jr. This card is 6'3", 86 speed, 86 excel, and hits 80s for all of his route runnings. Now, I believe I did talk about this. I talked about his gold card was a budget beast, and now he just got upgraded. So we already know as the year goes on, especially if they keep him at a low overall, he's always going to be a viable budget option. Paired with that speed, also amazing height, being 6'3". Now, this is great in the fact that he is this tall, because I know a lot of us have that Darrelle Revis out there on the field. And quite frankly, having that short corner, which now I am a believer, I did not take into effect how much height actually matters this year, especially when it comes to the certain type of catching animations that you do get and the way that you can rocket catch this year. This guy, you can run the gun bunch offset, everything that you need to have speed to go ahead and get down the field. Now, he's not going to be the best when it comes to run block, only a 51 run block, 77 carrying, but he does come with an 84 change of direction. And if you're wondering if he's able to get the good spin, no, he is not. Unfortunately, he only comes with a 78 spin, but he does have an 82 juke move. He may be good when it comes to juking. I just wouldn't recommend spinning. Next, we have Jeremy Chen, 6'3", 86 speed, 86 excel. Now, 81 zone coverage as well with an 80 hit power. Now, if you don't want a user that Quay Walker, hey, Jeremy Chen is a great budget option. Currently going for around 78 to 80,000 coins on the market. This card is just, he has the height and he has the speed. And as we all know, you need both of those things to even have a chance at making a play on any type of balls that's in the air when playing defense in Madden 25. So that's why he made the list, truthfully. And we go down here to his block shed, as we see he got an 81 change of direction, 54 block shed, but he does have a 78 tackle, which is understandable because he is only an 83 overall. But that's not the worst. We've seen worse tackling on other defensive backs. Now we got to show love to the big boys up front, even if we do have the double A gap, the disengage blitzes. But this is for the guys that don't always go against that. Kelvin Beachum, 80 strength, 80 awareness, 82 pass block, 83 run block with a 85 run block finesse. Now, this card is, I had him playing out of position on my team for the longest. I chose him. I think he's currently going for around 50K on the market, I want to say. I chose him because all of his pass blocking stats are well balanced. Like, this is a great, well balanced offensive lineman. Everything in the 80s as far as blocking. For the budget options, this is definitely a good choice. And then on the opposite side of that right tackle, we got the left tackle, Ronnie Stanley, right here. 76 strength, which is kind of low. I understand that. But, you know, 82 pass block, 80 run block, 82 run block power with an 82 pass block power. The main thing with those edge rushers on lining up on the outside of the tackle, they're going to be having high finesse move. And quite frankly, considering that he has an 83 pass block finesse, his run block finesse is pretty low. But normally you're running in between your center and your guard, primarily with inside zone plays, because that is the better run out of all of them. aside from stretch, but you can just run stretch to Kelvin Beachum side if push come to shove, if that outside edge rusher, linebacker, defensive end has a higher finesse move than Ronnie Stanley. Next, we have Earl Thomas, not the full legend, but the 83 overall, rocking an 85 speed, 86 zone coverage. I didn't even know this 83 overall card was that fast until I just looked at the stats when compiling this list. 76 man, you're not probably going to have him in a lot of man up situations unless you run that nickel double mug and you run a lot of man blitzes. 81 zone coverage at this point in the year, that's more than enough to go ahead and get the job done. And he also has an 82 hit power. Now, the main thing that will probably draw you away from this card is the fact that he is 5'10", and you do have other taller options to go in this free safety spot, but unfortunately, they're not under 100K. We're not going over 100K. 85 change of direction, and as we already saw, 82 hit power, but he does come with a 71 tackle, 58 block shed, which is actually semi-decent, especially for an 83 overall. Now we have the quarterback, Lamar Jackson, by far the best quarterback in the game that is under 100K currently. 81 speed, which is a top tier speed for that quarterback position. 82 throw power, good enough to get the job done. 81 short, 80 mid, 79 deep. So even with the strat card, you are able to go ahead and get him to all 80s with his throwing accuracies. Granted, the throw power is low, but for the price of under 100K, and you're getting one of the best releases in the game along with that top tier speed at that quarterback position, you can't really go wrong with Lamar Jackson. And I do know a lot of people that are still currently running this Lamar Jackson as well. Now for the Seahawks, we have a cornerback, Tariq Woon, going for 20K. 84 speed, 82 excel, 80 zone coverage. I currently still use Tariq Woon on my team because he just can't beat height, and he has top tier speed at that cornerback position at 84. Now, overall, any other stats, the man coverage is pretty low. I don't really, like I said, I don't really run a lot of man, so I don't really just notice it being that bad. 80 zone is more than enough to make a play out there on the ball. 75 change of direction, and for his block shed, he has a 34 with a 42 tackling, 47 hit power, and a 79 press. But like I said, at the end of the day, to start the year off, you need speed on defense and you need height on defense. Now for our last couple of cards, they're both coming from the Chiefs, but also disclaimer, I understand that I didn't put the Puka Nacua or any of the rookie premieres in this video simply because of the fact not everybody has those cards, or they haven't received their rookie premieres yet from completing Madden 24. So I just made it equal for everything. But Nick Bowden right here, 5'11", 85 speed, 83 excel, 77 block shed, 79 hit power. Now, the good thing about this card, you can have him as a user, or you can have him rushing the passer in a double A gap formation, typically, or you can have them at two roam in the middle. 60 zone coverage, you would like that to be at least in the 70s if you're talking about a patrolling middle linebacker. The 85 speed is going to be good enough to catch up and make the play on drag routes, slant routes, or you can just switch stick to him. So overall, this Nick Bowden is still a very viable card, and he's currently going for about 15K. Now, the last card that we are going to be going over, I didn't realize that this man had dropped this much, but we got Xavier Worthy right here, currently going for 5,000 coins. Did not know that. 86 speed, 85 excel, standing at 5'11". Worst case scenario, this is going to be a great kick returner or a punt returner or a fantastic slot wide receiver if you can get him matched up with the safety with that level of speed. Not really too worried about the route running. It's all about getting that speed and able to get that separation from them low man coverage safeties. So that'll just about do it for all of the best players that I do believe that are in Madden 25 that are currently going for under 100,000 coins. Now listen, if I missed anybody, let me know down below in the comment section. But also make sure you do hit that like button if you did enjoy this video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you head out. We're on that grind to 2,000 subscribers, and as always, I love you all tremendously. And until next time, my hybrid family, I'm out.